Welcome back to Shoe Lights. Quick and dirty video here on how to remove retaining rings from the switches on primarily custom lights. Let's take a look because it's simple, but it can be tricky. So let's take a look. All right, I'm going to talk about a tool that you think I would use in this case, which I'm actually not going to use, but this is worth having. And this is called a DSLR lens tool or a filter tool. And what it is it's just got a bunch of screws here, and you can adjust this thing in and out like you know, there you go, like that. And on the end, it has tips. And you can see that here we have 2 notch tips, and it comes with a bunch of stuff, bunch of tips, and some of them are really important. Let's get a close up on this. Like this one, sometimes you'll have retaining ring on a driver that just has 2 little dimples, and this is the tip you use to get it loose. But I'm not gonna be using this today because it's a little clunky for on the back of most custom lights. There'll be a retaining ring that kind of holds the boot into the light and retains the switch in the boot. And they can look different ways. They can be made of plastic and have 2 slots, or you see in there, there's a gold one with 4 slots. And let's take a look at how we would tackle this. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. That's how I do it. Now, these are obviously super needle nose. These are a little bit bigger, and these ones are kind of small. These are the ones I love using for that. Often these are too thick to fit in the slots, but I just use tweezers, and what I do is I just grab the light and I slot it in and then turn. And these absolutely work. I got a microscope here, and I'll show you the view of this light on the screen over here. So as you can see, we just take these tweezers and we just slot them in on both sides. Now, because they're tweezers and my hand is in the way, so let me try and get my hands out of the way for you. So you can see that I just slot them in like that. Now, I'm trying to keep my fingers out of the way for the camera, which is directly overhead, but you just slot them in like that, and then you just kind of, and what I like to do is, and I'll put my hand in front of here, is I'll put a finger in here to get them to be the right diameter. So whether I move this finger forward like this or back, right, it's gonna spread it the right amount. Once I get it jammed in there, I just twist. So let's try and do this. And here now I'm sorry that my fingers are in the way, but I don't want to skip. I don't want these to pop out and skip across and damage the ring itself or the Mokume light itself. It's a very expensive light. And so I'll just get in there and pressure, 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 and there we go. So you can see I just undid it a little bit. I don't want to undo this one, so I'm not going to proceed any further on that. But now I will show you this type. And this one, again, you know, it's like you don't want to skip it, but you literally just put the tweezers in the 2 holes like that. And if you're, again, if you're very, very consistent about where you put your finger and you kind of hold on the sides here and just twist, they will not skip out of these little holes and you won't get any scratches. You know, I've tried things like putting a little bit of tape or some other material over the ends of the tweezers so it's not metal on metal, just to help reduce scratching, and it's always been worse because then that stuff wants to slide off or move around. So honestly, that's what I do, and I have a really high success rate with just maintaining my pressure here and not skipping them. There's no marks. So that's how I'd remove these retaining rings on custom lights. See you in the next video.